Welcome to another episode of Dying with Diabetes in America. Of course, I am Michelle, your hostess with mostess, and my lovely co-host this evening, Danny. Oh, say hello, my love.
Hello, my love.
Oh,
How are you
hello.
doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I've had pretty decent sugars. I mean, nothing out of the norm. No like zingers, as it were.
That's good.
And I mean, that's always what you want to see before a holiday. We have
Yes.
Thanksgiving coming up, and oh my God,
In 2 days.
so ready. I'm so ready to eat. But like November kind of screws me, okay? Because I got my husband's birthday on November 8th. So that's
Mhm.
like, boom, a big dinner, a good dessert. And then I got my daughter's birthday on the 25th. That's boom, big dinner, big dessert. And then I got Thanksgiving.
Right. So, it's like the trifecta for you.
Yeah, my insulin reserves are just like, I can't handle
See, this is when
it.
insurance companies need to have the what for, because this is when we need to be the most normal we can be.
Right. I know like holidays, I don't know about for you, but for me, they're really, really hard.
Oh, for me, Thanksgiving's hard for me.
Yeah, oh my God, there's so much good food and
This
good
year,
sides.
this year will be my 13th year anniversary.
Woo!
Lucky number 13.
Christmas will be my I don't forgot how old I was. 21 years. My diabetic self could drink now.
Good drink. Yes, congratulations.
But yeah, that's right, because you were diagnosed on Thanksgiving, weren't you?
On Thanksgiving, it was awful. Baked chicken. Right.
When I gave birth, oh, but a day of close to 12 years now that I gave birth to Ella, and they wanted to keep me in the hospital because they'd given birth on Monday of Thanksgiving week, and my OB came in, and I'm like, you don't want to have to come see me and leave your family on the holiday.
No.
You don't want to have to be. You want to let me go home.
You want me to go home and relax.
And he's amazing. He was like, yep, go ahead. Make sure
It's
you
like-
take plenty of fluids. Have fun. Thank you so much. So yeah, for a C-section, I think I was only in there for like 2-3 days. And then they were like, bye.
What is it normally?
I believe it's 5. Because
Yeah,
normally
they
what
cut
they'll
right through
do is,
the stomach wall.
well, yeah, no,
The
they cut through
abdomen.
everything, and they just splay you out. I was filleted like a fish, as it were.
Michelle sushi.
Exactly. And yeah, they had to do inner stitches, outer stitches, staples. The staples, let me just tell you, if you ever have to have surgery and they're like, dude, we're gonna use staples.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna say they're not as scary as you think. Because she took my staples out Monday after, so it was 7 days after I had given birth. Normally they take them out on like the 5th day. But I had left the hospital. So I went into the office and she took him out. She's like, I'm worried this is going to hurt you. And all I could think in my head is, I can't feel anything down there right now anyway. Go ahead. And she took him out, though. It was the easiest. I wasn't bleeding. There was no infection. It was beautiful. Like, it sounds weird. And I make jokes about it now. I look at Ella and I'm like, you're the reason I was stapled. We'll be able to say that. Oh, you getting beeped at? How low are you now?
I'm not low. I achieved my stand goal today. I wasn't lazy. I think my watch is broken. It's like, yo, bitch, you're doing shit.
What is going on? Let's see. If we had the rolling cameras and everything, we could do a walk. And actually, I think I could just do this and swing my arms, and my watch will think I'm walking.
See, I used to put it on my dogs.
I love that.
And then my doctor was like, there's no way you're doing 40,000 steps. And I was like,
you don't know me.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, my God. So coronavirus is screwing up everybody's holiday. It's sad.
Are you sure? I'm thankful.
Well, I mean, some people's holiday, it is screwing up.
But the news is showing people, millions of people now. Like today or yesterday was like 1 million, and today was like 900,000, and like people don't care.
Well, like I was reading a Yahoo story about uh this they interviewed this mom, and she and the town had put together this homecoming dance. So like 250 kids were at this thing. No masks, no social distancing. And they're all like, well, kids aren't really like, and it's totally true. Like from what I've read, I don't know, but from what I've read, it hits kids a little bit less severe depending on the medical history.
Okay.
However, that doesn't matter. Little Betty Sue or Bobby Jim are going to go over their grandparents
Well, we're
for
talking about
Thanksgiving.
now we live in multi-generational households.
Yes,
So you're bringing it right back to your house. Like,
completely agree. And it's like, I hope, I honestly do. I hope that nothing ever bad happens to anyone, especially not the COVID thing, because it sounds awful.
it does.
But I think we're all kind of suffering by not going outside, not doing what we would normally do. We never thought it was going to last this long, like
No.
last till the holidays. And now that it has, it's like, well, what is that going to do? So you have the people that are scared to not visit their loved ones because what if it was their loved ones last Christmas
Very
or
true.
last Thanksgiving? And then, so you have that guilt on yourself, but also like well, what if I'm the reason it's great grandma's last Christmas?
Right. That I don't think my conscience could live with that.
No, I don't think it could either. Like, I
See,
don't
like,
feel it could.
I'm so cool with like not having to get up at like the butt fucking crack of dawn to start a turkey and to finish pies and stuffing and all these things that like everybody's all like, I'm so thankful, but you didn't bring shit to the party.
You
Like,
just brought a bag of chips, Brenda.
right? So I'm just like, God, like I'm not stressed about it this year because stress is like it always stresses me out. Like
Yeah.
everything stresses me out. But Thanksgiving, because I'm a perfectionist. So now I'm just like, you know what? You bird. I got
You
I got a
gotta
10
cook until you're ready, and I don't care when.
right. I got a 10-pound bird this year, and it's only me, Brian, and mom. So like we'll be eating turkey for days.
That brings me up to another important question. And I think this is going to be really helpful to the people that listen. So, you have noticed a change in your mother
Yes.
quite recently. And it's a big change. And it's something you tried to bring to the medical point of view, only to be shot in the foot and not given the help that she should have received. So,
That she should have received.
do you want to chit chat a little bit?
Oh, of course.
So, I mean, what tipped you off that things weren't right with your mom?
Well, I mean, we kind of had to kick it back to January.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic,
Mm-hmm.
and she was put on metformin. Well, with the metformin, it caused her to go into like severe dehydration, and like she didn't urinate for like 2 days, she said, and like she was having all these pains and everything, and it threw her into double kidney failure. So she was on dialysis and everything. But before that happened, like the doctor's like, she's not going to make it. You guys need to prepare for a funeral, everything. Like they put her in a
Oh my
medically
God.
induced coma. Yep. Like, I mean, it was the whole shebang. So fast forward back to now, or after
This
she got
is
out of the hospital
just January of this year.
of this year. And then she got out and was on a strict diet. She was
Mhm.
cured her type 2 diabetes, which was great. She had healthy kidney function. Her diabetes was gone. She was living the dream.
Okay.
And then is about a month ago, I really started knowing she was starting to get really tired and sluggish, and her attitude started to change. And,
Mm-hmm.
she really, like, she doesn't go anywhere to begin with, but, like, she was really starting to isolate herself from me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gotcha.
then it was, the frequent urination and
Mhm.
everything. And I was like, you know what? We're going to test your blood sugar on my meter.
Mhm.
So we pricked her finger, and she was like 466. And I was like,
And as both of us are type 1s, like we see that number and it's off to the hospital we
Like,
go.
well, see, I that was my very big conflict with myself because I want to take her to the doctor because she needed that urgent help, but at that point in time, like her body's already fighting itself.
Right.
And if I take her to an infected hospital, like what is the chances of me not spending Thanksgiving with my mother or
like exactly
Christmas?
now
Like,
again with the corona times, it
exactly.
throws things out of whack. You don't want to bring them to a hospital that could have so many COVID patients or asymptomatic patients sitting in the ER. So that's completely understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I'm just saying, that's a number that we would go, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'd be stacking boluses like a fiend.
Well, if I had anything to give her, I would have. But
yeah,
that led
everything's
me
in the
into
pump.
calling her PCP. And
Right.
of course, we couldn't get through to him. So we talked to his nurse. And she gave me the runaround with, she can't get her in till the 30th, which is this Monday. And that she could control her numbers by controlling her diet. And that if she felt that it was that big of a deal, that she could go to a walk-in clinic and or the ER. So, of course, by that time, my mom, she doesn't put the phone up to her face to begin with because she's a weirdo. But so she's that chick that walks around with the speakerphone talking to bitches and
ba 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 ba.
That is her.
Yes.
So as this chick is babbling off on the phone, I'm steadily losing my effing mind. I cannot help it. The Karen in me is itching to come out and
see your office manager now.
I know her. I know the doctor she works for personally. He's a good friend of the family's. So when she told me that, because I told her, I said, that was unethical. You have no business as a nurse giving out that kind of medical information that if she would have followed that directions and it killed her, that's medical malpractice.
See, this is where I wonder that, and you and I had previously talked about it, but this is where I wonder, why wasn't the message, if you had called her and said your mom's heart rate is 40, they would be like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. This is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But a blood sugar of over 400 didn't tip anybody off to go, well, we might need to look at this.
She was the only chick I talked to. And she was supposed to be giving the message to the doctor, which I knew was BS because, like I said, he's a personal friend of ours. So if he would have seen that come across his desk, he would have called my mother back personally, and we would have handled things from there.
Mm-hmm.
So push came to shove. I took her to the emergency room, and she was only there for a couple hours. They couldn't do anything without fasting labs, of course. And luckily, we had some today that she had to go do.
That's good.
And immediately, she got through the door, girl, and it was 15 minutes. His office was calling, and it's this isn't right. We need to put her on either a sliding scale or she needs to go on a long-term insulin.
They went automatically to insulin injections because they knew that metformin wasn't.
I told metformin was not on the table. It wasn't going to happen.
Put her in double renal failure at the beginning of the year. I think not.
I think we're going to change it up.
It's got to piss you off. And I know it pisses me off because I feel like a lot of us with diabetes experience this. It's the ignorance of how serious our disease is. It's looking at your mom at however many years of age and saying, no, she'll be okay if she just eats low carb until we see her.
What pisses me off is I can deal with the ignorance of everybody else.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the medical professionals that are dealing with our lives and our livelihood and how we function, these motherfuckers need to be better educated.
I'm going to have to bleep out some of you.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'll keep it.
These mother truckers need to be educated. You know?
It's totally, I mean, it's true. Like, and just like I had told you over the phone, whenever I call my endo's office, I know that when I speak to the nurse, she's awesome. She immediately asks him and she'll call me back that day. It might be a couple of hours, but
Oh
it'll be
yeah.
there. And that's what you expect because that's what our disease needs. But even if I had to send a message to my PCP a couple of weeks ago and go, oh my gosh, this is wrong. I need this for this. And she was like, boom, right back, no problem.
Hmm.
Sending me an email and a text. And yes, because it's not just like, oh my God, I need my medication so I can poop right. It's like, no, we're
Right.
going to die.
Yeah, like it just aggravated me that she didn't take it as seriously. And then when she told me that she could do it with diet and exercise, I was like, "Listen," I said, "I don't know how many years you've been in this profession, sweetheart, but I said your education does not trump my experience. Like I know the
Exactly.
signs. Like I don't want her being in the hospital. Like just listen, please."
Yeah, and all these times, especially at this time now, again, going back to the Rona, like you don't want. I mean, I wouldn't even think they would want her to be there to be exposed to then come
I
into
didn't think
their
so either.
office and sit around their patients. But thankfully, your mom has someone like you who is on the ball and is persistent.
And
And
mouthy.
we always have to be a little bit mouthy. That's all right. So, well, thankfully, your mom is home with you, and they're going to put her on insulin and what
Yes.
have you. So, I mean, you guys are going to have your Thanksgiving together. Are you
Yes.
excited?
I am. Like I said, I'm excited to be just the three of us. Like it would be very small and intimate and not having to rush around and try to make sure everybody has everything and
Right.
just the simplicity.
Yeah, no, it's nice to have a quiet holiday every now and then. It really, really is. It takes so much pressure off that you didn't even know was there until afterwards when you're like, okay, gotta do a few dishes, no big deal.
I don't even do dishes. I like to make sure everything is throwaway. Like
That
trash
is
it.
so smart.
Like I don't even play. Like no, I just cooked all these hours for days. I am not about to clean not a darn thing.
I will give it to my mother-in-law and her wife. Like they have a very intricate, like, all right, all the food's done, everything goes to the sink, everything gets cooked, it's in. We're washing, 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 and like 10 minutes later, they're done.
It's like an assembly line.
Yeah, they're just bam, 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 bam. And I mean, it makes it so that, we all can sit and hang out together and eat and
Enjoy
not have
it.
to worry about everything. And I like that a lot.
That
So
is awesome.
for Thanksgiving, we're going over to my parents, which I'm really excited about. And I know it's
Yay.
traveling and everybody's like, no, COVID. But like my parents aren't sociable and they know if I need to, I'll bring something to jab them in the back of the nostril.
Well, you're driving, right?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's fine too. Listen, then you're still not like around a whole bunch of people before you get there. So,
Right. And it's just going to be my mom and my dad. And so it's going to be a nice, like, cute little quaint.
and
We're
you're
going to
a
have
hermit, so
turkey.
like,
I am.
so I mean, like I said, we've been preparing this our whole lives. Like,
Exactly. I've been training for this my whole life. I was ready when they were like, you can't leave the house. And I'm like, I have video games. I don't need
right?
to.
As long as the power and the internet are good, I'm good.
If
I
that
can
goes
sustain
down, it
life.
goes to immediate apocalypse.
Oh, for real. For real. Like, I'm throwing my computer at somebody.
You and I will have to scale buildings to bust in windows to crawl in to get insulin that's
I
already
don't know
been
how I'm going to
made.
get to you because my car's not going to work.
But mine will. Mine
you,
will.
you got to come find me.
Yeah, we'll siphon gasoline. It'll be The Walking Dead, but it'll be all right. We'll do
Like,
it.
I'll just like put like instead of like Hansel and Gretel, instead of putting like little candy or bread chips down, I'll just like start squirting little things of insulin.
I can
Or
smell
like
it.
that
I
are
can
throwing down
smell
like little test strips, like Danny's been here.
it.
He's this way.
No, it's all right because we would still. I would. I can just screenshot, save directions to your place. Oh crap! And then if my phone goes out, I won't be able to access it. Damn technology!
Right, we're screwed.
That has done nothing good for us.
Whoa! I can't. No.
No, I know. You're looking at your T Slim going,
I like. I love my pump.
Yeah, somebody was like, why don't you go back to MDIs on your group, Dead Pancreas Society?
Mhm.
They were like, why don't you go back to MDIs? You can be free and it's like, okay, I've done obviously both. You've done obviously, but we've all done
Yeah,
obviously
we had
both.
to start somewhere.
It's whatever your groove is. Like for right now, I like that I can towel off and not accidentally hit my sensor. And I had a habit of catching it on doorknobs and chairs and cabinets and dogs. So I give it to you. You're a warrior that you're like, aha, it's on. And you use the True Steel ones too, don't you?
I do. But that's because I toss and I turn, and like I bent so many of the cannulas, like I just can't.
Now,
I'm
explain to our viewers what True Steel is.
it's the infusion set.
Sorry, got real serious right there.
I had to stop and think about it. I was like, wait a minute, okay. But it's the infusion set, and instead of having a plastic cannula that goes underneath the skin, it's metal. It's like having an actual needle. I love it. It doesn't bend. Like I don't have to worry about like going to sleep and waking up with blood sugars at 500. Like,
Well, you
it's
look around at
perfect,
your sheets and go, "Why is there blood everywhere?"
right? But
Mm-hmm.
no, like I love it. I've tried every other infusion set that Tandem has had, and
Yeah,
this works the best for me.
I've tried a lot of different cannulas and insets and the insets, the silhouettes, all of those, and
Hmm.
I have a problem. I just started using like the back of my arms for stuff, and that's weird to me because I was
Oh,
always the abdomen. Look at you with the Dexcom.
I've had this is my third time tripping this bad boy.
We don't talk about that on the show.
Oh well,
We don't want anybody coming after you, Danny. Danny who?
what are
Danny
you talking
who?
about?
No, I completely understand. The G4, I have to say, was I think the easiest one to make those sensors lasted months and months after they should have
I'm
expired.
telling you what, when you're broke, you make anything happen.
Exactly. Exactly. So like I did the Dexcom on the back of my arm. I really liked that a lot. I had a good time with that. I liked that a lot better than my stomach because I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna do a pump and Dexcom, that's only so much real estate to work with.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't like it because I brew so much easier on my stomach. Like I
I do too.
don't put my Dexcom or my pump on my stomach.
So where do you do the tandem at?
I do it on my thigh.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I remember like when I first got diagnosed, they were talking about needles in the legs. And
Mhm.
I would bruise like a peach whenever I did that. I could not touch my legs. But I felt the same way about my arms too. And then I got over that and it was like, yeah, I can do it on the back of my arms. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if I had the pin, I can do my arms. But like,
Yeah.
but anything else, I'm not really good at. That's
It's like it's rough, because you figure everyone's like, well, we have so much area, and it's like, well, we kind of do and we kind of don't. I have my paranoias about
yeah.
areas. So
Hmm.
it's like the people that talk about doing on the top of their chest. I'm like,
I have tattoos. Like I know how that feels.
All I can
Mm-mm.
think is like, no,
No.
no, I don't care if I have fat there.
I mean, I do
No.
have. Like,
Oh. So, I have to say, as diabetics, I think that they could really go farther with the insertion sets and stuff like that.
most definitely.
So the Dexcom, I have not had the new fancy G6. What your sugar be?
It is 201. I chugged my tea. I shouldn't have done it.
I know, but I understand how it makes you feel. Tea.
It does, and like that's one of those things I can't control myself with. Like I'll take a sip, and I'm like, that's really good. And I was like, well, maybe that wasn't enough. Like anything will happen. And by the time I realized that, I'm like already halfway done with the glass. I'm like, well, crap, I'm already in it to win it.
So I've taught Ella how to pour for me, depending on like. So if I'm 50, you pour like 3-finger tall
Like,
juice. Yeah.
yes.
And so like slowly I've been doing that with her, but I understand. I have to say the doctor I'm talking to, she talks about it in like her seminars and stuff like that. And she was like, listen, that's why you have to get glucose taps. They taste like crap, but that's what gets you to stop eating them. She's
Yeah.
like, so you can sit down and pop two, and they taste awful, but you're not going to keep eating them.
Like the little chalk ones?
Yes, the chocolate.
I love those. Are
You
you kidding me?
serious?
Yeah, get the orange ones from Walmart. Those things are amazing. They're like
You need to get
big
the
ass force
raspberry
pills.
ones. No
Ew.
orange. Don't get the yummy. Get the raspberry.
Oh, see, yeah. Well,
Yeah, see? And that's the one you get to make sure you only take one or two. And
right.
then, of course, then that raises you to where you need to be. But because I told her, I'm like, I immediately walk into my kitchen. She's like, Michelle, you can't do that.
Me too.
I'm like, you do. You just walk in, and I have my candy drawer for the, oh my God, just in case. But I also have my juices. And like, I have the super berry juice right now, and it's
Ooh.
amazing good. And I miss juice. I miss. I
Drinking
remember.
it for the taste of it instead of having to drink it to save your life.
Yeah, you just got to enjoy it.
Well,
It was
back
just
then,
one of
yeah.
those like, I'm drinking it.
Like
It,
I miss a mimosa. Orange juice, but now you can't do that because it jacks you up.
exactly. I remember when I was over in England, I would order screwdrivers, but I would make sure that I was going low before I ordered one. So,
Oh
because I was
yes.
old enough to drink when I went over there at 17. So I was old enough to drink. So I was like, I get a screwdriver because I'm like, I get to enjoy the juice and get drunk. So I mean, it made it just so much better.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
good.
miss that. I miss just the taste, and like I miss grapefruit. And with the stupid synthroid problem that the diabetes gave me, I can't have grapefruit anymore.
Oh,
It's so mean.
I mean, I really didn't like grapefruit anyway.
Oh,
So,
I did, but I would also put like a half ton of sugar on top of it. I'm
oh
not gonna
well,
lie.
yeah,
So
you would
that
need
wouldn't have
that.
been good for me anyway. But then I was like, grapefruit juice isn't good for people with thyroid problems. And I asked my doc, and they were like, yeah, you shouldn't. You didn't think to ask if I ate grapefruit?
Right? Nope.
Wrong.
Because not many people like grapefruit. You're just the like the
Mm,
1%.
but yeah, again, with like half a cup of sugar on top.
See, you fall back into the 99 then.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I have to say, like, there are certain technologies that would make everything easier, and oh, it's not happy with you.
Now it's not. No.
It is a nagging.
Oh,
What
I
did you
dropped.
do?
I dropped him.
No.
No, he's good. Oh, we're groovy. It tells me it's time for a site change.
Oh, bah humbug.
Right.
Yeah.
Next. Thank you. Next.
I used to always love looking, and when it'd say that, I'd be like, I have another 5 hours, whatever.
Right. Like I still got like 73 units. I still got another 2 days.
Well, at least they won't go like your site doesn't automatically say, "Oh my god, I'm dead." Like that was the problem I had with the Omnipod. I loved the Omnipod. Best pump I ever used, hands
Is it because
down.
it was tubeless?
Yes.
That's the only reason you liked it.
No, because I had spent many decades of getting my crap ripped out by random things, and then I was getting married, and then I knew I was going to have a baby, and I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah, I
No,
can see
I'm
the
not.
convenience in that.
Mm-hmm.
Touche.
But I wore it under my wedding dress, and my wedding dress was like fitted, and I wore it on my abdomen. Nobody knew. So, I mean, it's not, people think it's so big and bulky, but really, when you get it on you,
Not so
nothing.
bad.
So you're gonna have a smell. So like, what is the one thing during Thanksgiving that you will give extra insulin for?
pecan pie, and sweet potatoes and bread.
Bread. Oh,
Bread.
bread. Bread with
Yeast
the
bread.
gravy.
Nope,
Oh.
just yeast bread. Braid it. Break
No, I
bread.
mean, I don't care which way you put the bread. You got to dip it in gravy.
I'll dip it in anything.
It's all gravy. Mm.
Drink gravy right off the ladle.
Oh my God, I know. I'm there with you.
I'm
Like,
over here being like, gravy shots.
I mean, I have to say, like, I love, and everybody, all my family hates me for this. I love cranberry, the cranberry in the can.
Oh.
Now with the cranberry jelly. I love cranberry jelly.
Like when it comes out in like the blob.
Yep, and it goes bloop.
Yo.
And I'm like, I could just slice you off right here and just start eating you. Like, it is the greatest thing in the world to me. It's the colder, the better.
Oh, I don't like cranberry sauce at all.
Oh my God, I love it. One year, Josh picked up the cranberry jelly, but with like the cranberry pieces in it.
Oh, like the pulp.
I just looked at him and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to eat it.
You just wasted your money.
Yeah, it's too gross. You should have just gotten the gelatin. I don't know why you threw this in. And I'll give insulin. I'll give extra insulin for that and extra insulin for my dad's turkey gravy. He does it from a recipe his dad did it with, and it's...
What are you contributing to Thanksgiving dinner then?
I
Besides
asked,
their
and my mom
lovely
said,
presents.
I asked my mommy what she wanted me to bring, and she said, just your lovely self and your appetite. And you do not argue with an Italian mother. However, that doesn't mean I'm not going to bring anything. I'll find a little
So
sweet treat
that's
to bring.
code for the you still can't cook to her par.
No, well, okay, no.
Oh, that's so what it means.
I will give myself this. I have come leaps and bounds with cooking from where I was. However, my father does not eat any vegetable that is not potatoes. Only white potatoes. Okay? Only mashed. Only with butter. It can be baked potatoes, but he doesn't want any of that other crap on it.
See, that's my kind of man. Like, he knows what he like, a meat and potato kind of man.
He doesn't eat he doesn't eat salads. Blah. He will eat turkey. He'll cover it with his gravy, and he'll have like 2 or 3 rolls, his potatoes, and that's it. Doesn't matter what else my mom makes, green beans or anything like that. And like, I love the way I make green beans. I've gotten my whole family to eat them. I do green beans with some bacon pieces and some sauteed onions, and they're the bomb. Nope,
Yeah.
he won't eat that. And he will most likely have a glass of now unsweet since the type 2 diabetes tea. It used to be every single night dinner would come with a big mug of chocolate milk.
Mm.
You had to put out the right chocolate to the right amount of milk. He will only eat yellow American cheese, sliced paper thin. That is it.
That is very particular.
Dude, you have no idea.
Your mom must be a saint.
Oh my God. He
That's
doesn't
a
eat any leftovers. Any leftovers.
I feel him on that.
Other than he will make turkey sandwiches. Like after, we have Thanksgiving, he'll have turkey sandwiches. And all he used to know how to do was boil a hot dog.
Well, I mean, he has your mom.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, he has your mom.
Like, Mom, you just... And because I told her, I was like, I'm going to make French onion pot roast. Basically. And she's like, I don't know if your father will eat that. I'm like, Mom, he loves French onion soup, which is what I'm using. And he loves pot roast. And she's like, well, you can't put anything with color in it, No carrots, no anything like that.
Yep.
And you can't serve the potatoes with it. You have to serve the potatoes on the side. Yes. Oh my God. I knew there was a reason why you love me. It's because, see, now we know. But yeah, I have never met anybody more persnickety on eating food than my dad. Like,
You haven't met my cousin Tabitha.
so dessert, you mentioned pecan pie, which I had said that. Do you say pecan or pecan?
I say yum.
Oh, yeah,
Either
totally.
which way, pecan, pecan.
I want to say that I used to say pecan, but I think I've always said pecan. Meh.
Tomato, tomato.
I love pecans on their own. Just
Hmm.
very yummy. But I'm excited tomorrow. I'm gonna have like an oldie but goodie at my parents' house. So my mom is gonna do apple turnovers. And it's like the little frozen ones that you throw in the oven, and they're about yay big, and just full of apple, yummy, cinnamon, sugary goodness. But I mean, they have a pool there, so it's gonna be nice to just kind of take a dip and everything, because it's
How
like
hot is it down there?
it's not really. Like I think it was like 72 today,
Yeah,
but they
it's,
have a heated pool, a solar heated pool in their
yeah.
backyard. So I'm like, yeah.
Well, damn,
I
I
mean,
might come down for Thanksgiving tomorrow too.
right? I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna throw on a shirt and shorts and just kind of go right in there
Go
and just
for it.
float for a while. Well, cause my mom's so cute. She always has these crazy drinks, and she's like, I think this is low carb, and I'm like,
It
no, it's
doesn't say
not.
diet.
It's a Seagram's, mom. It's alcohol and sugar with some
if
food coloring.
if anything, you need that nasty ass White Claw.
Right. No, my daddy will make sure that he gets some Jim Beam. So if we want to,
See,
but parents, it'll be like when we first get there. Here, you want a drink? You want a drink? Okay, nothing else for the remainder of the night because you have to drive home.
not mine. My mom's be like, you're sleeping on the couch.
My
Where's your
mom would
keys?
say that.
She's like,
My
you got
mom would.
your
I'm
room.
sure she's already got clean linens on the beds for just in case.
Prepared, yep.
Yeah, no, because I think that that's how good moms are.
Oh yes, like she's already been cooking all damn day today. She's
God,
clean.
I
She's got the
know.
linens and she's got bath
Mm.
stuff. Like she's already got shit ready.
She covers the turkey with bacon.
Oh.
Oh my God, I know.
See, I don't know if I'm gonna like. I have two turkeys. I don't know if I'm going to do the injected one because I injected one today.
I saw on Facebook
Yes, he became a diabetic today.
he got injected.
He did. And then I have one that like I can deep fry.
You should do both. You should do you should deep fry the one because I've had deep fried and I for the longest time I was like, I don't want a deep fried
I do
turkey.
it
What the
every
hell?
year.
Oh my God. But that makes the best sandwiches
Mm-hmm.
for leftovers. So
It makes best for picking at 2 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in
uh
the morning and
going back to the whole I guess we keep going away from it. Going back to the whole so holiday and everything like that and talking about, the craziness of the bolusing and I mean, how do you do you have to I find I have to. Do you have to mentally prepare yourself for the holidays sometimes?
oh
Just
yeah.
with you're gonna see craziness. It sometimes is just something that's gonna happen. Because I know that a lot of people in your group listen to this, and this might be their first Thanksgiving or maybe their third Thanksgiving with diabetes.
Oh well, with diabetes, I thought you were just talking about like with getting with family. Like anytime getting with my family is stressful. Like they should come with like a pre-bolus button for family members.
Stress wise, yeah, yeah, that's
But
not fun at all.
I mean, with diabetes and eating, I have just learned in general, and not just Thanksgiving or any holiday in particular, but allow yourself to have a little bit of what you want. Like if you completely deny yourself, that's when you derail and you're going to like eat the whole damn bag.
Oh my God,
And
I
then
know.
and then it's not a guilty thing like, oh, I ate a little bit. Now it's like, damn, I ate the whole bag and now I'm at 500 and like
I
you can
really
talk about
screwed
it.
myself. Thinking about all the damage that you're doing can really take the fun out of just having your cheat days. And I think Thanksgiving I cheat more than I do on Christmas.
That's another thing that freaks me out about the whole COVID thing. Is like, what are they doing about Black Friday? Like, how are people going to gather in masses and beat the hell out of each other to get the next best Cabbage Patch doll? Like, are they doing like 15 people in the store at one time, or like, how the hell are they doing this? Are we still elbowing bitches? Like,
I literally just feel like the entire internet's going to collapse
on Black Friday?
Yeah, it's going to be there's going to be the amount of people that don't want to leave. So I hope that the stores stock up more on their online supplies, but it's like cuz you
You
can't
never know.
yeah. I remember I only went out for one Black Friday. Just one I got talked into, and it was right after it was a year after I had Ella. So she was a year old and I left her home with Josh, and me and my friend met up at Toys R Us at like
Oh,
2 a.m. We sat out there and we waited and we got in. And you know those when you used to walk through Toys R Us and they'd have those big cagey short drawers that would hold like balls or whatever.
yeah.
So her and I both took one and used that as a cart because there were no carts. So we're pushing around these big old things, just throwing random crap that we were like, oh my God, look at the sale. Ba, 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 ba. And yeah, I told her once we were done with there, she was like, do you want to go? I'm like, no. No, I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to go home.
I'm
I want
done
to go
with
to
that.
sleep.
Like,
I need a heavy drink.
how
I
can
don't
people
think
be
I can
so
do
thankful the day before?
it. I was thankful I still had kneecaps after Toys R Us.
For real, I'm telling you what, they don't play. Like,
No, no they don't.
and I'm telling you what, like my mom and my aunts and my nana used to go out. I've
Can't
heard horror
imagine.
stories.
Although I will say I still have a uh, forehead thermometer from all the way back then, so 11 years ago tomorrow, that still works. And it was on sale for like $25 from like 300. So,
That's
yeah.
crazy. Well, I know like the PlayStation 5 have already sold out. Like
Oh my God.
nobody has PS5, so
Mm-hmm. I want one so bad. I do and I don't. I can't say I want one so bad. I like the fact that things are movable from 4 to 5, where they haven't been in so many others, in so many other different kinds of consoles. It's buy up and then you're SOL,
yeah.
and I don't like that. So, oh God, Black Friday.
I know, doesn't it just like it sucks the fun right out of Thanksgiving too.
It really does. I remember, you hear people plan and they're like, all right, I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to take a nap and I'm going to go stand in line. It's like,
Why?
now with the diabetes, I'm going to eat and I'm going to take a sleep. It's not a nap, it's a sleep.
It's a deep sleep.
Exactly.
It's Snow White. Like,
It is a sleep in beauty sleep.
don't even try to kiss me, wake me up. Like, you will get cut. Like,
Yeah, I'm going to punch you in the face.
right in the throat.
But yeah, I expect that this whole weekend is just going to be a complete outage of internet capabilities. So it's like, all right, love. Well, we have actually gotten all our time in, even with me making little cuts here and there. So go us. So I hope, because I probably won't talk to you tomorrow since it's the baby's birthday. So I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. I'll try to send you a message and you get your pecan pie and your sweet potatoes.
Well, I will be sending you a message tomorrow anyways to wish Ella happy birthday. So you'll hear from me anyways.
So Danny, thank you so much for coming on and being my co-host with the most. I love having you.
I love being here. It's always so much fun.
And again, have a great Thanksgiving. To all the viewers, have a great Thanksgiving as well. To all our Beaties people,
Count
take
your
your
carbs.
needles. Yes, count your carbs. Take your needles, check your blood sugar, and don't let family piss you off, because that happens.
And enjoy the food.
God, enjoy yourself a piece of pie. You
Mhm.
deserve it, especially after 2020 crap.